Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I missed you guys, so I hope you guys had a wonderful Wednesday, and I hope you're having a thriving and thrilling Thursday. And I mean that in the best way possible. Nothing too crazy. Nothing where you're going, what? What happened? You know, nothing thrilling like that. Like, I'm the father? You feel me? Hope to God that's not the case for y'all. But I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Thursday. We got one more day until it is, the weekend. We got one more weekday. Woo! Yeah, it's been a long week for me. It's been an epically interesting one, okay? And there's some things we got to talk about, right? There's some things that we put on the table. We shelved for a little while. But now there's some new kind of stuff that's popping off. A new interview, first public appearance by Travis Scott since the AstroWorld tragedy. Like I said, this is going to be crazy. This is crazy. This whole breakdown is nuts, and we're going to get into it. So, first off, of course, as always, please do me that solid. Hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up. Per favor. Por favor. I don't even know what I was saying. Per favor. Please. Okay? That'd be really appreciated, okay? And then, of course, let's not forget to crush that subscribe button. Working hard out here in these streets, working our way towards 50,000 subscribers. 50,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're almost midway, right? It's a lot more to go and very little time. My goal is try to get there before Christmas. I would be really happy if we can get there before Christmas, but you know, it all is in your hands. You know what I mean? All y'all hands. Okay. So do me that small favor. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, again, here, riding solo dolo. So we're going to have some good times. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to chuckle about a few other things. We got some more information revolving around Ethan Crumbly, which we're going to be talking about here as well. We are going to be talking about this Spencer Karen thing, which is very interesting as well. So we got a lot of stuff to jump into. Man, somebody tried to burn a Christmas tree down. Speaking of somebody asking about this tree, no, it's not real. It's fake as hell. It's plastic. You know what I mean? Made in Taiwan, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? It's fake as hell. But I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully it gives you that Christmas or holiday cheer. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all aren't celebrating Christmas. Some of you guys celebrate other types of holidays around this time. So hopefully it gives you that, makes you feel good and all that. But yes, it is fake as hell. But speaking of trees, dude burned a tree in New York? Like, what? So, I don't know. We ain't gonna get into it right now. Some crazy stuff. Like I said, we are in a weird ass time. We're in a weird world. We're living in a weird ass world right now. I feel like we're still, like we've entered another dimension, and this dimension is just absolutely bat-ish crazy. And we're seeing all kinds of craziness and all kinds of sadness. And I'm not saying, you know, we've gone into a dimension of good things. Like, no. I'd like to go back into another dimension where we're, you know what I'm saying, where everyone's living fat. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got monies, right? We are just bestowed upon blessing upon blessings upon blessings, right? Just an overflow, you know, a tidal wave of blessings, right? That's what I'd like to see happen, right? But we are in a weird time where it's just bad thing after bad thing. I mean, shoot, which hopefully if I have time, we will be talking about the stuff that's going on in LA, y'all. It is absolutely nuts what's going on in LA. Shoot, they're telling they're telling people to go back. They're saying, yo, don't come to LA. They're literally saying that. They're literally saying that. They're like, turn around and go back. Do not show up during this time of year in LA. It's like the purge. I'm not kidding you. So we will be getting into that if we have time. All right. And talk about that. But, we got to jump into our main story of the day, which, like I said, is very interesting to me because, well, this is the first appearance Travis Scott has made since the AstroWorld tragedy. And he decides to sit down with Charlamagne the God. Now, I sat down and I watched the entire thing this morning. I woke up, found out this was a thing. I didn't even know. Like, I figured Charlamagne the God would have put out some more information saying, hey, yo, this is going to be popping off in the next couple days. Here's a heads up. But not from what I've seen, right? Out of nowhere, it's like, yo, it's popping off tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. my time, 7 a.m. their time. This whole thing is about to pop off, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me watch this and let me see how this is conducted. Now, before I get into my own personal opinions, right? Let's get into this article, shall we? Because, and I do have a little bit of a clip from it's the biggest clip. It's the biggest moment in the interview. Of course, we got to look at that as well. But we got this article, so I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. Here it is. Travis Scott sits down for AstroWorld interview with Charlamagne, says he didn't know fans were injured until after the concert. Huh. Interesting. And the Pioneer, I'll answer that here in a second. I don't know what's going on, but I will answer that here in a second. So I'm reading all y'all comments. Don't worry, it's all over here on this other screen. I'm watching. Anyway, let's get back into this, shall we? So, first interview that he has with Charlamagne the God. And he says he didn't know fans were injured until after the concert. So, after the concert, okay, fine. After. How soon after? Like, after he went home, after he kicked it at Dave & Buster's with Drake and had a good time. He found out after. How late was after, right? So we'll get into that here in a second. Travis Scott spoke out for the first time about the AstroWorld tragedy when Charlamagne the God released a nearly hour-long discussion today. Literally today, the somber back and forth was dropped on Charlamagne's YouTube channel. Now, which I found very, very interesting. It's kind of crept up there, right? And I'm not a subscriber to Charlamagne the God's YouTube channel, not trying to throw any shade or anything. I'm just saying, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like you'd expect this to be like, the interview you've all been waiting for. Travis Scott, Charlamagne the God. See what I'm saying? December 9th. You expect something like that, right? You feel me? You expect like some big in your face, like, whoa, this thing's about to pop off. Yo, we can't wait kind of thing. But it didn't happen that way. It just kind of was like, bloop, just kind of fell into the YouTube channel. Just bloop. You know what I'm saying? Just a flap. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. But it didn't. There was no heads up, no promo, no push, no nothing. Weird, right? Scott was asked early on in the interview. It was right out the gate. He went Charlamagne went straight to the questions that we all wanted to know, right? And I give Charlamagne the God props. I give Charlamagne props. He did his damn thing. But I will say something else, but I'm going to hold that tight. I'm going to hold that butthole tight real quick, okay? So, he asked early on in the interview when he knew that there were fan injuries and ultimately deaths that happened, of course, at the November 5th festival that left 10 people dead and obviously many, many injured, right? And I got the clip. I'm going to show the video clip so that you guys can hear it for your own selves. But he says, I didn't know the exact details until minutes before the press conference. And even at that moment, you're like, wait, what? People pass out, things happen at concerts, but something like that, he continued trailing off. Like, wow, man, I don't even know how to react to that kind of response. That's what they mean by he was trailing off, right? Scott also denied hearing any distress from the crowd that would have caused him to stop the show. It's so crazy because I'm that artist too. Anytime you can hear something like that, you want to stop the show. You want to make sure fans get the proper attention they need. Anytime I could see anything like that, I did. I stopped it a couple times to just make sure everybody was okay. And I really just go off the fans, off the fans' energy as a collective. Call and response. I just didn't hear that. Scott also said that that from his vantage on the stage, the combination of music, the band, lights, pyro, and other elements makes it difficult for him to have a full grasp of what's going on in the crowd or be able to perceive the difference between fans in danger versus enjoying the show. Okay, so you got people out here going, stop the show, stop the show. People screaming bloody murder. People screaming help. All these different things. People waving him down saying, stop the show, right? In unison, right? Okay. I'm just giving you guys the facts before I put in my own 2 cents, okay? Sorry, I'm reacting. Of course, I am putting in my 2 cents right now in the way I'm pausing and the way I'm reacting right now. But I got things to say. So let's continue. You can only help what you can see and whatever you're told. Whenever they tell you to stop, you stop, he said. Notice that I stopped right there. And then I read that by itself. I'm going to highlight that. You know how dramatic I can be. Here we go. Right there. Let me make sure that's nice and full for you guys real quick. You can only help what you can see and whatever you're told. Whenever they tell you to stop, you stop. Okay. So you can only help what you can see and whatever you're told. Whenever they tell you to stop, you stop. Here it is. See, I want to put in my 2 cents, baby. You feel me? I want to say some stuff right now, but look, I'm just saying. Does this make sense? Stop the show. Stop the show. Screaming bloody murder. People screaming help. Ambulances, the lights going through. One moment. I'll say this too. Let me just say this too really quick, because I'm not going to throw him totally under the bus, okay? Because it's not all his fault, okay? It isn't. He is partially at fault, okay? He had his hand in this, in my personal opinion. Sorry for jumping the gun, but I'm going to say what I need to say, okay? He still was responsible for this as well. But you got all these people. Just so he's in that sea of people. You have 54,000 plus people raging, right? And we already know all that stuff. And I get it that he can't see everything. And in his defense, he did stop the show because there was some guy who had passed out, right? And then he continued on his show. But here's the thing, though. There were so many other moments where people were screaming, "Stop the show." There are plenty of moments where people were screaming bloody murder. Other ambulances were coming through the space. His baby mama and his baby mama's family were escorted out before, before everything went to ish. Before everything really went to ish, they were escorted out with the quickness. So you're telling me, and I'm gonna play the video clip. I promise you that. But you're telling me that he said, I didn't know the exact details until minutes before the press conference. So the press conference that they had later on, that's when you found out about the fatalities, the injuries, and all that stuff. It ain't working for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. I just, then you can only help what you can see and whatever you're told. Whenever they tell you to stop, you stop. Okay. Charlamagne also pressed Scott on the raging culture his shows are known for, and if that contributed to the deaths. He says that's something I've been working on for a while. Is creating these experiences and trying to show these experiences are happening in a safe environment. Us as artists, I'm sorry, I got to stop there. This man has never created an environment where people feel like they're safe. I'm going to keep it straight funky with y'all. When was the last time you saw, from the footage that we've seen, right? We have gone in on this stuff. We've gone in on his history of trying to show a safe environment in which people can rage, right? Controlled chaos. But there's never been moments like that. He has been arrested multiple times for inciting riots on stage. We've already seen the video where he has had a 13-year-old boy get attacked by a mob of people because he thought that 13-year-old boy was trying to steal his sneaker. So again, does this statement right here make any sense to you? That's something I've been working on for a while, is creating these experiences and trying to show these experiences are happening in a safe environment. Does that make sense? Us as artists, we trust professionals for when things happen that people can leave safely. Us as artists, we trust professionals for when things happen that people can leave safely. And this night was just like a regular show. It felt like that to me, as far as the energy. I didn't feel like, people didn't show up there just to be harmful. People just showed up to have a good time, and then something unfortunate happened. And I think we really just got to figure out what that was. This doesn't work for me. If this doesn't work for you, like if you're feeling what I'm feeling, please hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up. I'd love to see those likes go past 200 likes. Send those likes all the way up. If you're feeling what I'm feeling right now, hit that like button right the hell now, because this does not make sense to me. That whole paragraph right here does not work for me. That's something I've been working on for a while, is creating these experiences and trying to show these experiences are happening in a safe environment. It's the safe environment for me. Just in that statement right there, as he continues, right? Us as artists, we trust professionals for when things happen that people can leave safely. So, and I get the part where he's like, hey, we hire on these people, right? We hire on these officials, these outside entities, right, to make sure that if ish hits the fan, we're safe. Not only just ourselves, but our fans are safe. I get that piece. But you are AstroWorld. AstroWorld is you. And whatever team you have built, that you have hired to run that festival, you guys dropped the ball when it came to hiring the right type of security. You brought regular Joe Blows to do security for y'all. And then, of course, let's not forget the chief of police. They were all there too. They gave him a heads up before he went on stage saying, hey, there's an energy out there. It's getting a little rowdy. It's getting crazy. He didn't pay it no mind. Like I said, there's so many elements that happened. And he's like, yeah, I just didn't know, man. I just didn't know. It's just not working for me, man. But I get it. This statement right here is the staple. You're on stage. You're expecting your professionals that you've hired. Remember, you hired those people to go out there and make sure everything's all right. To make sure that if something goes crazy, they're able to quell that chaos. They're able to pump the brakes and stop things from going haywire. That's what you hire those quote unquote professionals for. But you didn't hire professionals for this festival. You hired regular ass people that just wanted to see a free show and get paid at the same damn time. That's what happened. This is not working for me, dog. It's just not working for me. Okay? It's not. I wish it was. I really, really wish it was. But it just ain't working for me. Okay? And this night was just like a regular show. It felt like that to me as far as the energy. It didn't feel like, people didn't show up there to be harmful. Of course, people wanted to go and have a good time. And then ish hit the fan because you got to also factor in a lot of selfish ass people all in the same place. Everybody under the influence of a good portion of people under the influence of something, right? And they're all super hype because it's been 2 years since they've been out to rage. So they've been bottling up all this rage inside of them for 2 years. And they finally get in front of their, you know what I'm saying? And do their thing. So it was, like I've said before, a trifecta. A trifecta of effed upness, of mucky muck. People just showed up to have a good time, and then something unfortunate happened. That's something devastating happened. And I think we really got to figure out what that was. I mean, it was a trifecta. The perfect storm of muck happening all at the same time. Harming a lot of people. A lot of people were hurt. A lot of people died. So he continues. He says, raging, there's not a textbook definition, he says. But in concerts, we've grown it to be just the experience of fun. It's not about just harm. It's not about that. It's about letting go and having fun, help others, and love each other. Okay. I get the whole thing of like, love each other, man, and we all got to find inner peace and, take care of each other. We all bleed red and all that stuff. Okay, fine. Cool. That's fine. Bet. We all bleed red and all that stuff. But that is not the stuff that he's been putting out for God knows how long. That's not the energy he's been pushing out for a long time with his performances. I mean, the music, and what he puts out on social media as far as like his motto, and all that, cool. And I believe, yes, love each other. Absolutely. Help others, love each other. But when you have somebody go, yo, he just tried to steal my sneaker, beat his ass up, that tells me something different. That doesn't show having fun and helping others and loving each other. It's relinquishing that rage towards a person and putting harm to somebody. That's not helping somebody. That's hurting somebody. That's not loving somebody. That's the complete antithesis of loving somebody. So, I will give you my 2 cents as far as the interview goes, but I do want to show you guys because I put it up on my social media and all that. And of course, shameless plug. Where did it go? I could have sworn I put it up here. Dagnabbit. I thought I did, though. I thought I did. Shameless plug. Follow me on Twitter. Be great to have you a part of the stuff that I'm posting up there as well. That's interesting. I could have sworn I posted it. Now it could be. That's weird. Well, I found it here. That's strange that it's not up here. But anyway, I found it. I have it. So I tweeted this earlier today because it just, to me, like I said, it's just strange. But let's take a look at this a little bit. And he goes, I mean, this is right out the gate. They start live and right out the gate, this is being said. Real talk.
When did you find out things got as bad as they did? Now, that's the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah, it wasn't really until like minutes until like the press conference until I figured out exactly what happened. You know, even after the show, you know, you just kind of hearing things, but you don't know. I didn't know the exact details until, you know, minutes before the press conference.
Okay, now I've already said this a million times before, but I'm going to say it again. How did you not know until minutes before the press conference? And I don't remember when the actual press conference happened exactly. You know, I don't know the timeline between the tragedy and the press conference, if it was a day later or if it was that night. I don't personally know the timeline of time of days between this. But you're telling me that he didn't know anything? So he got off the stage. He went to Dave & Buster's, kicked it with his friends, with Drake, his fam, all that stuff. Went home. He didn't know anything. See, that's the thing. It's not working for me, yo. It's not working for me. Because, you know, for a fact, he knew something. He knew something. Now, exactly, Tyler. Mims. Make it make sense. Mims. All day long. Make it make sense. He does a show. He gets off the stage. But here it is. Before the show, Chief of Police goes up to him and says, "Hey, man, it's rowdy out there. It might be a little too volatile," right? He's like, "I bet, man." He goes up on the stage and he does his damn thing. And nothing, he gets off the stage and he assumes nothing has happened. People are screaming, "Stop the show." Now, here's the thing, though. This is the one thing that doesn't make sense to me, too, because there is a moment, because obviously I'd have to look and find it again, right? But there is a moment where you see it, where he hears people say, "Stop the show," chanting it. He goes, "Ho, ho, 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 what?" And they're saying, "Stop the show, stop the show." And then he finally says, "Hey, everybody, put up your middle finger up in the air, man." He put up people put up their middle fingers, right? He assumes everybody's okay, so he continues. So you're telling me he didn't hear anybody say stop the show, yet he did go, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here?" What? Hey, everybody, put up your middle finger. People did, and he said, let's go. GJ, run it back. Let's go. So you're telling me you didn't hear the crowd say, stop the show? For real? So you didn't know anything until after? You didn't know anything until the press conference? What? So he's sitting. This is his own version of the truth. There it is. This is his own version of the truth. This is what he believes. He believes he didn't hear anybody say anything. No warning signs whatsoever. He stopped the show to get a guy who had passed out. From my understanding, I think that was a person that had died, carried off to the side. He continued to hum and sing in his auto-tune, and he continued the show. That's it. Then there was another person that's like, boom. Or there was another moment where a whole bunch of people were going, stop the show, screaming it. He goes, whoa, 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 whoa. We've all seen it. If you guys watched the show and seen this show, my show, okay, and many other people who have covered this, the tragedy and covered this whole situation, we have all seen that infamous clip where it's over the shoulder, the camera's shooting him on stage, and you can see in the background a whole crowd of people screaming, stop the show. And he literally says, whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Put up your middle finger, y'all. A bunch of people do. He turns around and he continues. So to me, he's fibbing. All right? He capping. That's not the full truth. He reacted to the people that were out there. So why would you be this? Why wouldn't you want even to know what's going? You see what I'm saying? Now, and here it is. In his defense, I get it. You know, you're probably high. Let's be real. You're probably under the influence yourself. You're feeling your set. You're feeling your music. You're trying to hype the crowd. You probably have some nerves. You probably have a whole bunch of stuff coursing through your body aside from THC and alcohol, right? You're thinking about what comes next as far as the show goes. You got pyrotechnics, lights going, flashing all over the place, and you're too busy trying to hype the crowd. I get that piece, but then you got people in the forefront screaming, "Stop the show!" And I get it, you got the in-ears and all that stuff. I get that piece. You got music bumping in there and all that. I get that stuff. But he had a moment where he stopped. There was two different moments where he stopped. Two separate moments where he stopped. So that's why I'm like, this is not working. It's not working for me. It's just not. At some point, you have to sit there and take full responsibility for the actions that you did not take. You cannot tell me that you didn't know until the press conference, bruh. Come on, you got a whole team of people that are dependent on your ass, on the success of a festival. And people were getting hurt. People were dying. Not one person from your team came up to you after the show, or even when they came out with the information of people dying, didn't even try to throw you a few information bones your way? Not once? I just, nope. Queen Kimberly, absolutely. It's all over the internet. It's all over the place. You're telling me you didn't open up your social media? Here it is. You got teams. You got people. Baby, you got people. You pay people to watch your ish. Social medias. You got somebody who's probably handling your social media accounts as well. So on and so forth. You're telling me as soon as that stuff was popping off and trending hard in the paint, no one came to you and said, hey, man, yo, AstroWorld is blowing the F up, and it's not in a good way, Travis. I just need to let you know, T. Bruh, Jacques, need to let you know This stuff is going down, and it doesn't look good. You didn't find out until minutes before the press conference? Were you that high for that? How long were you high for, man? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? I mean, damn. Damn. He capping.
Mm-hmm.
And even at that moment, you kind of just like, wait, you know, what? Like, you know, you just went through something and it's just like, wait, what? You know.
So you didn't know people that actually passed away and
Nah,
stuff?
nah.
Wow.
Until minutes before, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which is, yeah, you know, and at the thing is like, you know, people pass out, you know, people, you know, things happen at concerts.
True.
But something like that, it's just like.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Y'all got to get some time to watch the interview, okay? I think it was very interesting, but I'm gonna be real. I clocked out. I literally zoned out after 20 minutes. I had to force feed the interview for myself. Like I had to force feed it. And I'm not throwing any shade at Charlamagne. My main focus is on Travis Scott, to be really honest, and his performance. Because as soon as you start off the interview with a lie, as soon as you start off with the performance, sorry, not performance, the interview with a lie, I lose interest. I clock out. I completely zoned out for a second. I'm looking through my phone. I'm scrolling through, IG. I'm looking at the, what's popping off for news to talk to you guys about this morning, all that stuff. I clocked out. I had to rewind it and start back from where I clocked out at, because I was like, this is now a force-fed interview that I have to sit through. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not feeling some type of way about this experience, about this tragedy. Never would I ever sit here and say he doesn't feel terrible about it. Of course he does. But there's something about this that feels like it's forced, that feels like it's a scripted interview. I mean, you'll see it for yourself. And of course it's scripted, right? Of course, there were a bunch of questions that I'm sure Charlamagne wanted to ask him that had to have been okayed by his team, so on and so forth. That's why Charlamagne is reading from a script, like reading from a piece of paper. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of interviewers do that so that they don't lose track. They know what the next question is, so on and so forth. But you're telling me that none of these questions weren't looked at by his team or Travis Scott himself to make sure that those things were okay for him to ask Travis Scott? You don't think that this interview was properly tailored because he has an opportunity? He got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Mom spaghetti. You feel me? He has one shot to make a public appearance and look good in front of his people and his fans and all the people that are judging him right now, including myself. You don't think that they're going to sit there and go, these are the questions that we're going to be okay with. These other ones, not so much. Think about it. Charlamagne the God not once ever lifted his eyes from that piece of paper and asked a question from the gut. Not once. Watch the interview. You'll see it for yourself. Plain as day. I mean, you see it. He's like, bruh. Looking down the entire time. Yeah, so tell me about this. Like, he's looking down. He's reading questions. Not like, hey, man, like, gut reaction of what he's saying, of what Travis Scott is asking or responding to. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a conversation. It was a scripted interview. You feel me? So that Travis Scott could do this look that I have paused right now. It's perfect. Perfect timing. So that Travis Scott could be like, oh, yeah, I just, oh, yeah, performance. Let's continue.
Yeah, people said they collectively heard folks screaming help every time you stop the song to get.
See, eyes, paper. He ain't saying nothing from the gut. And I'm not knocking Charlamagne because this is his job, but everything is scripted. I'm sure he wasn't allowed to go off the beaten path because that was probably what the agreement was, whatever the contractual agreement was, for him to sit down and get this exclusive with Travis Scott. Travis was probably like, you ain't allowed to ask any other questions except these ones that you just had in here. You feel me? We good? All right.
Get your attention. Did you hear any of those screams?
Nah, man. And you know, it's so crazy because
He lying. You know for a fact he heard these. Come on. And like I said, this is as soon as he starts the show, as soon as he starts this interview, this is hot and fresh out the kitchen. He asked right off the bat, let's get into it, man. And he asked these questions. I'm sorry, I want to roll back. I didn't mean to interrupt him saying what he needed to say, but I'm just saying, look, man, all scripted, all planned out, all put together, okay? And you can watch this clip on my Instagram page, okay? It's up because I'm not going to play the whole thing here, but you can go and watch it on my Instagram page, The Pascal Show, one word. Follow me over there. Please, please, please hit that follow button if you are a Twitter person, or I have it also on Instagram. So The Pascal Show, one word, on Instagram as well. Follow me over there. That would be great too. If you use both, follow me on both. Okay. Shameless plug. You know, I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I gotta eat, man.
Folks screaming help every time you stop the song to get your attention. Did you hear any of those screams?
Nah, man. And you know, it's so crazy because I'm that artist too. Like, you know, anytime you can hear something like that, you want to stop the show. You want to make sure, you know, fans get the proper attention they need, you know. And anytime I could see anything like that, I did, you know. You know, I stopped like a couple of times to just make sure everybody was okay. And I just really just go off the, you know, the fans' energy as a collective. You know?
See, he was fine until he was fine. I mean, in the very beginning, he capping, but he was fine until he said this line.
And I just really just go off the, you know, the fans' energy as a collective, you know.
He's wrong. Because if he was really vibing off the crowd, right? If he was really vibing off the crowd, he would have known. And he's right. He did stop a couple times. I give him props for stopping. Excuse me. I give him props for stopping, but he still continued. He didn't stop. He continued. Put your middle fingers up. Oh, dude passed out. Actually, he died, but he didn't know that, obviously. And of course, he said people pass out at concerts all the time, which is very true. I'm not sitting here knocking him doing that, okay? He did stop a couple times, but you cannot tell me he did not know that things went down as soon as he got off the stage, even a few hours after it. I'm telling you, do you know how quickly that night AstroWorld was trending on Twitter? I was getting emails from other family members, from the Pascal Show family members, emailing me, messaging me through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, basically saying, yo, this ish is popping off right now, and people died. And that was that same night that everything went down. You're telling me that he has a team that doesn't communicate with him? He don't have a cell phone? He don't look things up in general? He don't open up his phone just to scroll through IG and like a few photos? Like I said, you would have noticed if something like this was popping off. There were already articles that were popping off that night. News stations were covering this story. It was a huge breaking story. Huge. You are the face. You are the name of this thing. You are the face, and you didn't know. Man, I'm sorry. It's just hard for me to. It's hard for me to fully grasp and fully believe what he's saying here, of him going, hey, you know, I vibe out with my audience, my fans. I vibe out with them. I feel the energy. Well, the energy was telling you something different. You were not vibing out with them, because if you were vibing out with them, you would have stopped the show point blank. You would have listened to the vibe in the crowd. And the vibe was death. The vibe was mayhem and panic.
Call and response. And I just didn't hear that. You know, I got music, I got my in-ears, but I just didn't hear that, you know?
Break that down a little more. Like nobody knows what it's like being on stage except for other artists. So speak to us from that perspective of what you can see and hear. It was like, what, 50,000 people?
Yeah, I mean, you got like a venue, you know, filled with like 50,000 people. But it's like a sea. You got lights, you got sound, you got pyro, you got your in-ears, you got your sound, got your mic, you know, got the music, you got band, there's all type of, you know, stuff going on.
So it's hard to tell excitement from danger, so to speak?
Yeah, of course. Everything kind of just sounds the same. And at the end of the day, you just hear music, you know, and when you do, you just hear monks of.
So here's the thing, like, and like I said, I'm not trying to completely knock this dude entirely, right? This situation was not perfect for him. The situation, yes, there was a lot of things that were happening in that situation, right? In that festival. Let me pull that back up here again one more time. I'm not expecting this dude to be perfect. I'm not expecting him to be 110% on point. But I do expect when you're up there and you're doing his thing and you're doing your thing and then people suddenly scream, stop the show. Like, for me, it's like, I get it if there's like a certain vibe that's going on. I get it. There's some jerks out there that will just scream, stop the show for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a whole group, a whole bunch of people screaming, stop the show, you stop the show. You respond. You catch that vibe. And he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? And then he said, hey, the call and response, right? He said, put up your middle fingers in the air. And he did that. And he was like, that's good enough for me. Let's get going, guys. DJ, run that back. Let's go. Drop the beat. Let's go. Like, and that was it. But like I said, in this interview, not all of it is truth. There are half-truths in here. Okay? There are half-truths in this interview. But does it fully work for me? Nah. Will it suffice? In my personal opinion, nah. Is this an interview that's going to help him save face? That remains to be seen. Of course, people are going to still rock with him when he puts out the next song, right? They're still going to mess with him when things go down, like when he's gotten, whatever. But at the same time, like it'll pass, this negative stuff that's going on with him, as long as he responds and does what he has to do in the right way. Now, he is also filing and trying to ask for some of these lawsuits to be dismissed. He's trying to get these people to drop these charges these lawsuits that are being being bestowed upon him, which is ridiculous. He should sit and take it. Rest of the interview, it's basically a tailored thing where it's him. I mean, he is on his what's the word? He is on his like redemption. He's on his redemption. Like he's on his redemption tour, his apology tour, if you will, right? But for me, it just isn't working. It was not. It's an interview. It is an interview. But it's a very, very scripted and very tailored interview. And the other thing is that for me, it doesn't work that they had plenty of opportunities to promote this. Like, I would expect Charlamagne to be like, yo, everybody, this is about to go. It's about to go down. Interview of the to close out the year. First public appearance from Travis Scott after the AstroWorld tragedy. Live and in sepia color. Exclusive interview. Only on his YouTube channel, right? But it didn't happen that way. Why is that? Why didn't they promote it like a mug? Why did this kind of fly under the radar in a way? I mean, obviously people are catching wind of it, of course. People are talking about it. The videos are the video is getting clicks and hits and all that stuff. People are watching it. Real talk, people are watching it. Yeah. But at the same time, like, why? Why didn't they push this thing like crazy? Like I said, it's just not working for me, man. It is just not working for me. But to each their own, right? To each their own. And like I said, Travis Scott is not the only one that's in trouble here. Travis Scott is not the only one that should be put onto the chopping block, but he is the face of all of this. So of course he's going to get the brunt of a lot of the ridicule. But you got to look at all the other entities that were involved with this event, with this whole event. And it's tragic, y'all. Like I said, I don't wish this on any artist. On any artist. It's a terrifying thought that you could be out here and suddenly be thrown under the bus because you just happened to be on stage when tragedy was happening yards away from you. But he knew some stuff was going on. He should have done something about it, and he didn't. He continued on because, of course, he's contractually obligated to go through the music and get through everything, to get the thing done. I get that. But there's that other piece, y'all. There's that other piece. Don't lie. Just say the truth. Right, Jussie Smollett? Sorry. Tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just tell the truth, man. And just be honest. Get in front of it. Be done with it. Okay, yeah, I tried to make something happen. Didn't happen. I thought everything was going to be fine. I did stop it. It seemed like something bad was going on, or at least I knew that things were bad as soon as I got off the stage. Just say that. That doesn't mean that you're a bad guy. Just means that you found out information after you got off the damn stage. Just be honest, baby. Damn. Tisha, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I wanted the donation banner in sepia, but hey. No doubt. Okay? No doubt. Just own it. Exactly. Exactly, Juanita. Juanita. Exactly. Okay? Just own it. Fess up to the ish and be done with it, man. Be done with it. All right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what adults do. You get in front of it, you deal with it, and you keep it moving. And that's it. That's it, y'all. Now, we got to get into this stuff as we do. What else is new? Because this is kind of savage, in my personal opinion. Sorry, I thought I had it and now it's gone. Dang it. Hold on one second, guys. Oh boy. this is something that has been going down. Obviously, we have been covering this Michigan high school shooting that has happened over the past 2 weeks. Obviously, we're walking into the second week on Tuesday. 7 days ago, something tragic happened where a boy by the name of Ethan Crumbley went out into his high school and shot up and killed a bunch of people and injuring several others as well. Now, there's, of course, been a lot of information that has been out here covering this whole story. Obviously, this is just a terrible thing. Now, the part for me that I find very, very interesting is there was some information that I saw a couple days ago, but of course I wasn't able to get on and do a show yesterday, but I figured we should cover it because it is something that's pretty wild. It is something that's pretty damn wild. And it's just, I feel like this sheds a little light on what kind of relationship, the dynamics within the household of the Crumbleys. Let's take a look at this. So, Michigan school Michigan school shooter, Ethan Crumbley, must rely on public defender while parents hire private attorneys, including one who represented convicted gymnast Dr. Larry Nassar. Yeah, that is a real thing. That is a real thing. Let me show this again. These damn pop-ups. I need to figure out how to get rid of these things. But anyway, look at this. So the private attorneys that they got their own private attorneys. But the kid still has to deal with a public defender. You guys didn't hear about this? This happened about 2 days ago. This thing dropped like 2 days ago, y'all. Parents aren't even going to help their son out. Which obviously, I mean, the son he's screwed no matter what, right? But of course, if his parents could find the best lawyer so that he can get the least amount of damage, I guess, why wouldn't they at least hire a private lawyer, their own private attorney for him? Crazy, right? Crazy. So they got their own private attorneys, but he has to deal with a public defender. And one of them happens to be somebody who represented the convicted dirty doctor, Larry Nassar. So, Paulette Mitchell Lofton has been appointed as Ethan Crumbley's public defender. She was appointed as his lawyer after the 15-year-old proved he could not afford a lawyer on his own, and his parents hired big shot lawyers to represent them. So, say what? Real talk. Obviously, he's 15. He can't afford a lawyer. He's 15. He was like working at a diner, right? There's an interesting video of him passing out in the kitchen of his workplace, just passing out, just dropping like a sack of rocks, hitting his head against hitting his head against some equipment or something like that in the kitchen. Probably a malnourished kid who's working himself to the bone. And like I said, I'm not trying to defend this kid. What he's done is terrible and heinous and unbelievable, unthinkable and heartbreaking. And he should be buried underneath that prison, real talk. But His parents aren't even willing to pay for his lawyer, but they got the best of the best, I guess. Right? Interesting, right? So she was appointed as his lawyer. Again, I'm going to say it again. After the 15-year-old proved he could not afford a lawyer on his own, and his parents hired big shot lawyers to represent them. His parents, James, 45, and of course the mother, Jennifer, 43, hired Shannon Smith and Mario Lehman. Smith is the one who actually represented Larry Nassar in his SA trial. Of course, we already know that Ethan faces 24 counts, including 1 count of T-word and 4 counts of murder. His parents both face 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. So you're telling me, like I said, you're telling me that the kiddo is going to be represented. There they are. Wow. It's like the before pictures of a Head and Shoulders commercial. Okay, so now here's the thing. You got the parents hooking themselves up with the best of the best, right? You saw that. We saw the arraignment, their first appearance in court. You saw what the lawyers were doing. They were doing everything they could. Those lawyers were singing for their supper. They were doing everything they bloody could to make sure, at least try to get those parents a little bit of love. Okay? Just a tiny bit of love. But guess what happens? Didn't work for them. $500,000 each on their head, bail, no 10%, cold hard cash, so they're going to be in there for a good while. So instead of them going, well, we need to make sure our son is okay. We need to make sure our son is protected so that he can at least get the least amount of time in jail, right? The least sentencing, if possible. They say, no, F it. Public defender he gets, we're going to get the best of the best for our own asses. But for him, let him eat cake. To me, in my personal opinion, this shows me what kind of parents they are. Now, I've been hearing stories, right? And I've been reaching out to some family, some other people that knew the family, right? I was hoping to maybe get an exclusive here on the show. Fingers crossed. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I've been hearing stories, right, of how they really were, what the household was like, what the dynamics of the Crumbleys really was. And it's not that great. It's pretty damn terrible. And I get it. Like, in a way, it's maybe them saying, well, son, you need to face the music. But they didn't want to face the music. That's why they ran off. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? He turned himself in. This young man, or this boy turned himself in, right? He did. But then you got the parents who are going, son, sorry, you're getting a public defender. We're not financially helping you on that. You got to figure it out. Face the music. And yet they were the ones that tried to run, allegedly, when they found out that they were getting both on each of their heads 4 individual counts of an involuntary manslaughter. No, I'm done. Sorry, Your Honor. I was breastfeeding my cats, my hairless cats. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that they're, you know what I mean, wrapped up like a wee little baby. Okay? But real talk. You got these individuals that were hiding out. And yet he doesn't get a private defender. He doesn't get his own private lawyer. He's using a public defender. They're just saying, you're riding solo dolo on this baby. Interesting, right? It's a damn shame. But that shows to me what kind of parents they happen to be. Trashy, trashy parents. I'm sorry. If this is my son, yes, I do agree. You face the music, right? But if there's a way that I can, I don't know. It's a tough one. Because a part of me does feel like, you face the music, son. Figure it out. I'm disgusted, right? But at the same time, I wouldn't be locked up. You understand? The only reason why I'd say, figure it out, son, is because I'm already outside the bars. I'm on the other side. I'm breathing in freedom. That's me, though. Because I would not let this child have access to a gun. Ever. There would not be involuntary manslaughter on my head. I wouldn't have gone out on a lamb, try to kick rocks, and then get arrested for trying to flee. So, if I was in there, right? If I was in their shoes and I'm behind bars and I'm locked up, I would make sure that, okay, if I'm getting a private lawyer and wifey is getting a private lawyer, then I'd make sure my son is getting one too. Because we all criminals up in this piece, baby. This is like the demented Sopranos. Real talk. So it doesn't make sense. We're going to teach you a lesson, son. Private public defender. No, that doesn't make sense, man. You in the same holding facility as me, baby. The hell? So you get come on, man. No, I ain't with it. This shows the dynamics of their household. Isn't it interesting that she's in the middle? You notice that? She's right here and she's kind of a little bit bigger than everybody else, than these two. Like I said, I still feel in my heart of hearts that she has something to do with all of this. I feel like she's the influence, right? She's the seed that's constantly, she's the one planting those seeds in those guys' ears, in that young boy's ears. That's what I think. I've heard so many crazy things where apparently they would watch really violent movies, even when he was a little kid, that they were watching horror movies like Saw and all that, like literally horror porn, right? Just violence to a kid that was extremely young. So they were instilling some real things into this, some demonic, messed up, demented things into this young boy at a very young age. That these things were instilled in him for a while. They allowed this kind of lifestyle and kind of content to be consumed by their son. It was totally fine. They were raising a sociopath. They were breeding a sociopath, y'all. And now that they're all in jail right now, he should be, like, if they're getting private lawyers, their own private representation, the son should be getting one too. That's what I think. He's still going to be found guilty. But this shows to me that these two are bad people. Bad people. It's a damn shame, y'all. And of course, here are the three that did pass. The four. Sorry. The four that did pass. And I mean, it is just, like I said, just devastating. You know, they've held vigils and all that. I mean, like I said, it's just a sad story. And the more we hear about what the family was really like, the more mind-blowing it is. The more you're going, wow, they really were about that life. They really were bad, very, very bad people. Very, very bad people. But moving on to the next story. A little bit of left turn back to the main topic we talked about earlier. I guess my question to a lot of people would be, with Travis Scott, because he says in the interview that he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna make right. I'm gonna do the right thing. We're never gonna go through this stuff again." Would you go and see a Travis Scott show again if he was able to? Like, I don't know how you would be able to remedy this issue, right? I don't know how you'd be able to remedy this, right? Because this is just what happened was devastating. And you can't take any of those people, all those 10 people's lives back. They are gone. The situation is over when it comes to their lives. But I guess my question is, even if he was able to remedy this issue, which I think clearly he could not, could he actually have successful live shows again? And the other question is, what would he have to do to make everything okay? To ensure that every single fan, every single patron that goes into his shows knows without a shadow of a doubt that they're going to walk out of those shows alive. That's what I'd like to know. Now, hold on. Let's see Queen Kimberly saying something. Wait a second. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. Now, the funny thing is I don't know much about this Josh Duggar situation. I've seen it in passing, but I don't know a whole lot of it, right? But from my understanding, he has been found guilty. He has been found guilty on both charges for things that I can't say live, unfortunately. But he has been found guilty. I just want to let you guys know about that. Because like I said, I don't know the full story around that, but he had possession of some very unsavory things. Okay. And he went to trial for having said things, and he has been found guilty. Just so you know. But we got to move on to the next story, our next piece. Now, LA. Yeah, I'll look into it. Queen Kimberly, I will look into it. I promise you that. I'm going to look into it. But yes, he should rot. If all the claims, obviously he has been found guilty, so let him rot. Let him rot behind bars. But here's a real quick thing, and I found this interesting. This has to do with LA. LAPD advises people not to come to LA. He says, it's like the movie Purge.
My message to anybody considering coming to Los Angeles, especially during the holiday season, is don't.
A sobering and somewhat terrifying statement from the LA Police Protective League, the union representing LAPD officers. The message coming as a crime wave continues to slam the city and surrounding areas.
We can't guarantee your safety. It is really, really out of control. I said it to people before. It's like that movie Purge. Instead of 24 hours to commit your crime, these bad people have 365 days to commit whatever they want.
The warnings seem to resonate with residents.
It's pretty scary walking at night.
Sarah Veenstra moved to LA from Wisconsin about 6 months ago. She didn't realize crime and safety would be such major issues.
I genuinely thought it'd be a safe area. It turned out not to be as safe as I thought. I'm definitely carrying something on me every single time I walk out of the house when it's dark out.
Rampant crime continues. Some of the latest victims were hit at the downtown Intercontinental Hotel. 3 victims were robbed of $100,000 in jewelry early Tuesday morning. Just the latest in a wave of smash and grab. Follow home and home invasion robberies. The latest victims were hit at the...
All right, so I need to say something about LA real quick. I love LA. LA is my happy place. I love LA. But I've been hearing a lot of stories where things are starting to pop off, like some really bad things are popping off. Where, like I said, like they're saying right here, smash and grabs are going off. People are getting robbed. And this is that time of the year where people want their new doohickeys and their new whizzy what's in the new gadgets, right? They want that new LV, they want that new Gucci, they want that new PS, they want that new device, so on and so forth. But it's really getting crazy out here. I was just talking to a friend of mine literally 2 days ago about how bad it is out there. And it's really bad. People are getting robbed at gunpoint. People are going into stores, smashing things up, just smash and grab. $100,000 plus worth of merchandise just taken out of Gucci stores and Prada stores and all that stuff. Real talk. This stuff is really happening, y'all. Really, really happening. The chaos that's happening. It is not very holiday centric. It really is not. It's really not. But yet, people are out here doing crazy. Doing absolutely crazy. And not really giving a damn about it, too. Because apparently, from my understanding, the punishment isn't as severe. So they're just like, F it. Let's just do this. Let's get ours. But this also shows you what is actually going on with the economy, what's going on with people as far as like how they're living, what jobs, the money situation. I mean, yeah, okay. Gas prices went down 5 cents. Whoop-de-woo. But at the same time, like, we are really dealing with some serious issues out here. And I do think that it all has to do with stuff that's been going on before the banning, or before last year. All this stuff has been escalating, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Right? It's just getting worse. It ain't getting no better. It's just been getting worse, y'all. And it is the most wonderful time to go steal. Like, it is the time right now. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Please, guys, when you go out, if you're in LA, to all my LA, my Los Angeles fam out here, please be safe. Don't be stupid, right? And it seems weird that I say this, but it'll make sense. You'll thank me later. If you're going to go shopping, especially if you're going into some really expensive stores, your girl's been eyeballing that new Louis bag. You feel me? And you're going, oh yeah, I'm about to get that for my girl. She's going to love me, or whatever. Or my man's been looking at this Movado watch or something like that. Whatever it may be, that Rolex, whatever it may be. Please just go shopping with friends. Go with friends. I'm telling you, you'll be safer in that way. And also, here's the other thing. If you can even make it happen, shop during the day. Shop during broad daylight. Seriously. Don't shop at night. Don't be walking around carrying around these bags that say the brand names all over them and everything. You're walking out of the Apple store with a whole bunch of iPads and stuff like that. Don't do it. Don't be all like that. Just be smart with it. Shop during the day. Don't go at night, because these guys are out here, man. And I'm hearing it's in Chicago. I'm hearing New York is getting hit like crazy too. Like, it's not getting any better. Exactly, Keezy Fox. Shop online. Yes, I know that maybe things won't be there on time, but you can at least, wrap it up in an envelope and show it to your loved one and say, hey, this is on its way. I bought it. It is coming. It just isn't here right now. You know what I mean? If it's gonna take a minute for that to show up, I'd rather have you do that than your place, yourself, your car, or be a part of a place that's being ransacked by these criminals. So just be smart, y'all. Be safe and be smart. Because this time of year is insane. So just be safe out there, guys. All right. We got to go into this story that I was holding. I've been holding off for a little bit because, like I said, it is one that I think that is really freaking funny. And it's really nice when things pop off and you're instantly vindicated. Instantly. Okay? Now, I haven't done a quote-unquote Karen video in a very, very long time. And there's a reason why. I mean, I just didn't want it to be, I didn't want to do a show that had nothing but just Karen videos all the time. Like, nah. I want to talk about real things and all that. But this particular video, I just could not show this to you guys. This whole event, this whole situation, because it's amazing how quickly and how good vindication feels when it instantly happens, right? Not revenge, nothing like that. I'm just saying vindication, right? Now, there's this video of a woman in Sacramento. She's in a Spencer's. Inside of a Spencer's, and she accuses this man of stealing her cell phone out of her purse. The end result is amazing, but here it is. Moment, Sacramento Karen, quote unquote Karen, accuses black shopper of stealing her phone, only to find it's in her purse. So the same purse that she's pointing at and says, hey, you took it out of this purse that I'm holding on my shoulder, that's been hanging on my shoulder under my armpit. You stole it, right? Well, it's amazing. I'm going to show you guys the video here in a second, but a woman in a Spencer store in Sacramento claimed that her phone had been stolen and accused the black man of stealing it. She rifled through her bag in front of the man named Kinley, his partner and a shop assistant, while demanding Kinley to return her phone. This gives me Soho Karen vibes, except she doesn't tackle anybody. She actually just sits there and accuses, right? The shop assistant at the Sunrise Mall called her phone, and she sheepishly found it ringing inside of her bag, apologizing, but being told to F off. Now, it's interesting. They just say this. It draws parallels to Maya Ponsetto, 23 years old. You remember the crazy girl? She was bad-ish crazy. Soho Karen. She accused this young boy of stealing her iPhone, only to find out that she was just crazy. She just accused everybody. She's like, I got cases on everybody, right? Then next thing you know, she tackles this young boy, this young 14-year-old boy, wrestles him to the ground because she believes in her heart of hearts he got her cell phone, only to find out that girl was just bad-ish crazy, right? Girl with cray-cray. She be cray-cray. Okay? So, of course, we got to show you guys this video because it's just too good not to see. And the thing is that how amazing it is to be instantly vindicated is just so good. It feels so damn good, doesn't it? When you're there, they're accusing you of doing something so heinous, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the truth instantly pops out. Instantly. It's beautiful. Let's take a look at this.
Okay, we heard you.
Yeah, no.
Can you call it because she won't let us call it?
Yeah, what's the phone number?
916. Well, he could have turned off the ringer.
Oh my God! What do you want him to get naked, lady?
All right, guys. I can't unlock your phone.
You don't need
guys,
to.
Yeah, I do.
Let's try to just stay calm and cool. Okay. So 916.
I really need my phone back.
Stop looking at him like it's her. Talk to him. He's trying to help you.
Unbelievable.
Let me get the number. 916.
Is everything in my pocket?
Do you want to pat him down?
You pat me down, girl.
She's really trying. Like, what's crazy to me is that she's really going, I really need my phone back. I really need my phone back. Like, really? Okay.
That's all I got.
I'm still waiting for the number.
Well,
If it's in his pocket, it won't ring because he turned off your ringer. Is what
Yeah.
you're also accusing us of. Even though he just emptied out everything in his pocket. Here's his pocket with his vape in it. Do you want to turn around?
Guys, can we?
She can't.
Well, if they have my number, then they have my phone.
Well, let's.
We don't have.
Like, let the man call the damn phone, man. Damn. Like, just call the damn phone. Just let it be, baby. Just let it happen. Stop going, I need my phone. I just need my phone. Like, just let it happen. Let them call the phone so that you can look like a dumbass here in T-3 seconds.
Your phone?
I just stuck it right here. You walk right behind me.
How about
you
you
sure
type it
about
in?
that?
You type it in.
I did not take it.
Unbelievable. Look at her. She's still
What are
looking
you
over.
Right now.
Is it in your purse, man?
It is. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
Really?
I am sorry.
I am
All right,
so
cool.
sorry.
I apologize.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
No, you're not.
Yep.
Just freaked out. I'm really.
Like that is like. Let me say this to you. What's more embarrassing? What's more embarrassing? Being the person that's accusing someone of the cell phone being stolen, only to find out that the cell phone is actually in your purse, or being the person that's being accused of stealing said cell phone. Both are terrible. I'll say this, but here it is though, too. As Black people in this country, we are used to this kind of accusations. We're used to people instantly looking at us and saying, "Oh, because he's right behind me. Oh, he must have been the one that stole my cell phone." We're used to this. We're used to that kind of embarrassment, so we don't look at it as embarrassment. We're just kind of like, "Bruh, again?" Literally, we do that again. Really? I ain't even done nothing. I'm just standing here while Black. I'm standing behind a woman while Black, and now she thinks I stole her cell phone, only to find out that cell phone's right there. Man, I'm telling you right now, she literally ate crow right in front of everybody. The whole world, actually. This video has gone super viral, super bloody viral, right? Because once again, a Black person cannot stand inside of a store filled with penis-shaped straws and be Black at the same time. Real talk. Can't even go to Spencer's and just do your thing. Can't even go in there and pick up a funny, nonsensical t-shirt and be Black anymore. Allegedly. I mean, you can't do that ish anymore because everybody gonna think you're trying to steal somebody's ish. Like I said, Black people are used to this. This happens all the time. I don't know how many times I've been accused of doing something that I didn't even do. It goes on and on. I mean, the story goes on and on and on. But the funny thing is when it's vindication, when you instantly get that gratification of vindication, it is just like fine wine. Now, it does make me wonder. It does make me wonder what happened after this video. If this young Black man forgave her or not. It makes me wonder if he just said, F off, we're done. You're about to go viral. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be my revenge on your ass because you decided to be very dumb, right? And just assumed. Now, the funny thing is before anything, she had that knee-jerk reaction of, he most definitely stole my gun, my cell phone. He definitely stole my ish. Without even going through her purse. She didn't even bother to peruse through. Is that even a word? She didn't bother even go through her purse to see if the phone is in there. You know how many times I've put my phone somewhere and thought that I moved, like thought that I left it there, turn around, and it's somewhere completely different? That happened to me all the time. All the time. But I'm not one to quickly go, oh, Black guy, he definitely did it. Oh, he most definitely took my phone. I need my phone. I really need my phone. That's literally what she just said. I gotta play a little bit more because it's just too damn good. It's just too damn good.
Naked lady?
Stay calm and cool. Okay. So now in 6.
I really need my phone back.
Stop.
I really need my phone back. I'm sorry. I'm done. But it's amazing. This is amazing. Karma Justice, thank you so much for the £2. She definitely knew it was in her bag. Makes me angry. Yes, I agree. Or angry emoji. Yeah, this makes me want to curse too. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Stole the phone. She accused him of stealing the phone. And I you know what? In all, just to give her a little bit, just a tiny bit. I mean, just a tiny bit. She was quick to say, I'm sorry. But the thing is that the only reason why she was quick to say she was sorry was because she was caught. That's the only reason why she went quick to him, because they were taping. She was quick to say, I'm sorry, because she knew for a fact that this video was going to be a viral one. That's the only reason why. She was like, I need my phone back. I really need my phone back. And then as soon as he found his vindication, as soon as he was vindicated, proven without a shadow of a doubt that it was not in his possession, she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Why? Because she knows that he was going to post that. They were filming her and her dumb ass. Of course. That's the only reason why she ran up and said, I'm so sorry. Lo siento. That's the only reason why she said sorry. Because she was afraid of this going viral, y'all. Viral. So, let's find out. Now, here's the thing. She's an unnamed woman. We still don't know her name. But I guarantee you, by the end of this week, she will be named. Somebody will say her name. Most definitely. And of all things, like I said, she went out of her way to accuse this man who happened to be standing behind her, accuse him of stealing her cell phone, and she didn't even do nothing. That's funny, RR, right? You used to call me on my cell phone. That's funny. That's actually funny. But yeah, real talk. The vindication, the feeling of being proven right? And the person who is accusing you of something being proven wrong, just like I said, just it's like a beautifully cooked steak. You just can't help but sink your teeth into it and just let the juices just flood all the way down to the plums. Man, it feels good, baby. Anyway, what an idiot. What an idiot. Anyway, guys, that is the show today. I want to say a big thank you. Yeah, Jay Renee. They are definitely going to find that ass. Trust me. Armchair private investigators, the social media sleuths are going to find that ass. They're going to find out, and she's going to be ridiculed, of course. But you got to be very, very safe when it comes to those knee-jerk reactions. You got to make sure that the knee-jerk reactions that you're doing are justified. You don't instantly automatically go, oh, he stole it instantly. No. Look through the damn purse. I know y'all ladies, I'm going to pause this real quick. Some of y'all ladies like this stuff where you got like the big ass bags, and then you can literally like dig through that and dig yourself to China because you got that the purse is so damn deep. You got everything in there. You got your feminine products, and you got this, that, and the third. And then there's things in that purse that you haven't even touched in probably 2 years, but it's still in the purse for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all have snacks. Some of y'all have an extra pair of underwear, bras, sport bra. I don't know. Y'all have a whole bunch of ish in that purse, right? So it'd be easy for you to lose your purse inside your cell phone inside of your damn purse. So instead of going, oh, the black guy in the purple hoodie, he did it. Instead of doing that ish, why don't you do us all a favor? Go through it a second. Just go through it a second. Just rummage through. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I mean? Get in there. You feel me? You know exactly the scoopity scoop. You gotta scoopity scoop in that ish. That's all I'm saying. Scoopity scoop. Before you go, hey, nerd always is mine in the gutter, but yes, condoms. Dental dams. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in there. So instead of going straight to the dude behind you and saying, he done stole my phone, go through it. Scoopity doo through it. Scoopity doo. That's all I'm saying. Simple as that. Yeah, man. Krista, man, you ain't wrong. It's like Mary Poppins. You can pull out a, you know what I mean, a whole traffic stop sign out of the freaking thing. That's how deep these purses are sometimes. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Go through that ish. Go through your ish before you have that knee-jerk reaction of, this dude stole it. You got a few seconds to scoop through that stuff. Rummage. You know what I mean? You can do this as like a dog. You know, bury through. Is it? Okay, it's like, okay, I got the pizza coupons from 7 years ago still in here. I got a comb that I don't even use anymore, a brush. I got an extra toothbrush. I got contact solution up in this piece in here. I got a couple tampons. You know what I mean? Like, you got all this other ish. Scoopity-doo. Scoop through that ish. Look for the phone. Ask for the guy to call your phone really quick instead of going for a knee-jerk reaction to try to make this man feel what he always feels every single damn day, which is an ostracized individual just for being black. Damn. That's all I'm saying. Scoopity-doo. Scoopity-doo. That's all I'm saying, y'all. And then she wouldn't have looked like a dumbass. Real talk. Damn. I love y'all. But damn, those purses be deep. Okay? Damn. Anyway. I love all you guys. Like I said, before you do that knee-jerk reaction, ladies, y'all got those big-ass purses. Just dig through it. That's all I'm saying. Do me that favor. Go through that stuff. Okay? Damn, before you start ostracizing a black man. Come on. Give us a chance. Give peace a chance. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Anyway, do me a favor before you leave, everybody. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to hit that like button down below. Crush it, destroy it, do whatever you need to do. I'd really appreciate it. And here's a small reminder, ladies. Maybe it's time to do a little winter cleaning, of your purse. Clean out that purse. You know who I'm talking to. You know I'm talking to you. Sometimes it's time to just go through it. And next thing you know, you're going, oh my gosh, my shoulder doesn't hurt as bad today. Damn, this is light. All because Pascal told me to clean out my purse. Damn. I didn't even know I had all those things in there. Just saying. I love you guys. Hit that like button. Send those likes all the way up before you take off. I'd love to see you go past 300 likes. That would really mean a lot. Do not forget to crush that subscribe button. All right? I'd really, really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 50,000. 50. That works. 50. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. I love all y'all. Have a wonderful, blessed, amazing day. And I'll see you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Until next time, this is the Pascal Show. Clean out your purses. Just clean them out. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.